Hi folks, this is Jay. Are you okay today? It's good to see you. Hope everybody's okay. We're looking at, you got to see Jason there, his face. I've just been reading this book. I'm just drinking some Coke. It's in the evening and, excuse me, just got a dry mouth. We're continuing our reading of the Fox's Book of Martyrs, chapter 2. He writes, after Gordian's death in the reign of Decius, the emperor came to Antioch, where having a and then ordered him to sacrifice to pagan deities as an expiation for his offence. This being refused, he was committed to prison, loaded with chains, treated with great severities, and then beheaded together with these young men who had been his pupil. 251 AD. In the year of our Lord 251, the Emperor Decius, having erected a pagan temple at Ephesus, he commanded all who were in that city to sacrifice to the idols. This order was nobly refused by 7 of his own soldiers, Maximus, Martyrus, Joannes, Malchus, Dionysius, Syrian, and Constantinus. The emperor, wishing to win these soldiers to renounce their faith by his entreaties and lenity, gave them a considerable respite till he returned from an expedition. During the emperor's absence, they escaped and hid themselves in a cavern, which the emperor being informed of at this return, the mouth of the cave was closed up, and they all perished with hunger. Theodora, a beautiful young lady of Antioch, on refusing to sacrifice to the Roman idols, was condemned to the stews, that her virtues might be sacrificed to the brutality of lust. Didymus, a Christian, disguised himself in the habit of Roman soldier, went to the house, informed Theodora who he was, and advised her to make her escape in his clothes. This being effected, and a man found in the brothel instead of a beautiful lady, Didymus was taken before the president, to whom, confessing the truth, and knowing that he was a Christian, the sentence of death was immediately pronounced against him. Theodora, hearing her deliverer was likely to suffer, came to the judge, threw herself at his feet, and begged that the sentence might fall on her as the guilty person. But deaf to the cries of the innocent, Marinus and Messalinius said, "Where are you carrying the innocent?" This interrogatory occasioned them to be seized, and all 3, after being tortured, were handed and killed. Excuse me. Origen, the celebrated presbyter and catechist of Alexandria, at the age of 64, was seized, thrown into a loathsome prison, laden with fetters, his feet placed in the stocks, and his legs extended to the uttermost for several successive days. He was threatened with fire and tormented by every lingering means the most infernal imagination could suggest. During this cruel temporizing, the Emperor Decius died, and Gallus, who succeeded him, engaged in a war with the Goths. The Christians met with a respite. In this interim, Origen obtained his enlargement and retiring to Tyre. He there remained till his death, which happened when he was in the 69th year of his age. Gallus the emperor, having concluded his war, a plague broke out in the empire. Sacrifices to the pagan deities were ordered by the emperor, and persecution spread from the interior to the extreme parts of the empire, and they fell martyrs to the impetuosity of the rabble, as well as the prejudice of the magistrate. Among these were Cornelius, the Christian bishop of Rome, and Lucius, his successor in 253. Most of the errors which crept into the church at this time arose from placing human reason in competition with revelation, but the fallacy of such arguments being proved by the most able divines, the opinions they had created vanished away like the stars before the sun. Well, I think we'll stop there, but we've had a real look at a lot of the persecution in the early church. And I think it should encourage you to not be discouraged, but continue to preach the gospel and continue to serve the Lord. And may God bless you in your service for him.